welcome back to my channel. I'm Bella and today we're going to be doing a Euphoria inspired makeup look. Obviously you can tell by the title, that's why you clicked on this video. But recently the Euphoria makeup looks have been going around on TikTok and I really wanted to do the transition because those are kind of my favorite videos to do on TikTok. If you guys don't follow me on TikTok then you don't know that. But that's besides the point. And today I'm going to be recreating this makeup look right here. This is obviously on the Miss Alexa Demie. She's so pretty. And I'm going to be doing it in a pink version with purple instead of the teal because I just like pink and purple a little bit more and I feel like it suits me a little bit better, so we're gonna be doing that today. I'm putting that out there right now. I don't watch the show, however I do like the makeup looks a lot that I see on social media, and like I said, I like doing transition videos and it looks like a fun trend, so I'm gonna do it. So yeah, if you guys want to see me create this makeup look then please keep on watching. My skin has been pretty clear for the most part. I obviously have a little breakout right here. That was a really big pimple like last week and I popped it, and then this one was too. I don't know if you guys remember, but I finally popped, so that's why I have those spots. But other than that, my face is pretty smooth right now, so I'm excited to do my makeup. I want to see if it looks good. Also, I got my nails done but I didn't vlog it. I made a TikTok for it but I didn't vlog it because it was just not the day to vlog, but they're super cute. They're like milky white with butterflies on them. I have my nail tech's Instagram on my Instagram if you guys are interested in finding out who did these, where I got them done. Anyways, moving on, I'm gonna put my hair back because it's obviously all in my face right now. I just showered. I only put my moisturizer on, which is the CeraVe, let me just show you. It's this CeraVe Ultralight Moisturizing Lotion. I talk about this a lot in my videos when I do my skincare, so yeah, this is the moisturizer I use. Put my hair back using these clips. First step I'm gonna do is my brows, and I'm just gonna do my brows like normal. So the brows are on. I used a pomade today, so they're a little bit darker than usual. I used the Morphe Brow Cream. This is in the shade Java. I'm gonna go on to priming my face. I'm using the Photo Finish Primerizer from Smashbox, and I'm using this one today because my skin has been a little bit dry lately. So I wanna put something moisturizing on it, and this makes my skin really tacky too, so I really like this primer. And then once it starts to get tacky, I'll start patting it into my face. And so then over that, I'm gonna go with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and I'm just gonna put this in my problem areas where I have really big pores. So I'm just gonna pat this in around underneath my eyes a little bit in this area. And then the same thing with this side because I have ginormous pores right here. I think a lot of people do, but especially me. And I'm gonna bring some of that up onto my nose as well because again, the pores on my nose are monstrous. And then also up right here, and patting in the primer is just gonna help actually put the primer into those pores and fill it a lot better than if you just rubbed it on. That's from right here. All right, so now that I have my base all primed, I'm gonna go ahead and spot conceal the little blemishes that I have on my face, and I'm gonna be using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This is really good. This is the shade Almond. I know some people want to know because someone asked in my last video. So Almond, a spot right there. I have a spot right here, spot right here, and now I'm just gonna blend that out. And so now with the same concealer, I'm gonna prime my lids. I also use this concealer to clean up my brows. So I use this concealer kind of for everything on my face. And I'm gonna blend this in with my sponge. And now with some Laura Mercier, I'm gonna lightly set like the crease area because I don't want this to settle into my creases on my lid. So I'm gonna take this and just do a light set. So for today's look, I'm gonna be using the Morphe James Charles palette, and the only reason I'm really using this is because it has a lot of colors. So if you guys want to do this look with like any color scheme, you really can with just these right here. But I'm gonna be using the pinks and the purples down here, and I think that'll probably be it, but maybe the white, but those are the only shades I'm gonna be using are these. So my idea was kind of going to be just to go from like a pink to a purple gradient. So I'm going to start off with this hot pink right here on the corner, and I'm going to take a flat brush and kind of just shape out the wing that I want. And I'm going to place that just kind of right above where my eye opens in the crease, and I'm going to make the shape. And I'm not really going to drag this too far down into the inner corner because it looks like the lightest shade goes there. So I'm probably going to use the baby pink in that section. but I'm just gonna make the shape right here and extend out the line. And I'm also gonna pack the pink onto my lid. And I'm just gonna make sure it's really, really vibrant because that's what I'm going for. And so now I'm gonna dip into this purple shade right here. It's right directly next to the pink shade that I used. And I'm gonna kind of do the same thing, but on the outer edge to create that shape. And I'm gonna start the packing for this one on my lid. And for the wing part, I'm gonna use a little angle brush to help do this because I don't wanna make it too big and I don't want to make it messy. So I'm gonna put this, let me find a spot for my mirror. Hers seems to come out pretty far. My brow was in the way, don't mind that. That always winds up coming out when I do my foundation. But this one's gonna come up to about, I wanna say right here. And I'm just gonna drag this down, trying to make it a clean line. I don't want to make this a super harsh line because it'll be hard to blend with the purple if I do, but I'm just trying to establish what shape I want and go ahead and blend out this line with the little angle brush as well. And then I'm gonna go ahead and connect this shape right here to that purple at the end. All right, so I kind of have the shape drawn out, so I'm gonna go back in with that other little flat brush and fill in the space with the purple shadow that I've been using. And I'm just gonna pack it in and hopefully this works. I've never done a look like this before, so everything I'm doing is kind of just off the top of my head and it's all improvised. And that's what it looks like right now. I'm gonna go ahead and blend back this pink and this purple a little bit better and just make sure it's really seamless and pretty, of course. And so now with this little random flat brush, I think it's from an old L'Oreal palette from like 2015, but it's just a little bit fluffier than a flat brush would be, so it's going to pick up pigment really well. So my advice to you is just to pick up a really small fluffy brush for this part that kind of has some shape to it like this one does. And I'm going to go with this pink right here and kind of finish off the inner corner gradient and start connecting the bottom lash line to this look. So I'm just taking this and roughly creating that inner corner shape that Alexa has going on. I'm going to use some concealer to help prime that because I don't have any on right now and I don't like to put my lower lash line eyeshadow over just my skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime that, and I'm just using my normal concealer, but I'm not putting a whole bunch, just enough in that area to help create a base for the shadow. And so what I'm gonna do is take that purple that we used to create the outer edge here and just start creating a really thin line on the bottom, but connect it directly to this line up here and make sure that the edges align. And this line got dragged down a little bit further than I wanted it to, so I'm gonna take my concealer brush and a little bit of my concealer and help clean that up. Alexa's makeup comes all the way into her inner corner, so I'm gonna try and recreate that and just take this pink all the way up here. I'm gonna use the angle brush that I used to carve out the wing shape, and I'm gonna carve out the inner corner little triangle shape that Alexa has. All right, so now that I have that inner corner shape shaped out, I'm gonna go ahead and fill in the little shape with the lighter pink shade that I use on the inner corner. Now I'm just gonna go back and adjust this shape however I want it to be. You guys can do this too if you need to, but I just want to fix a little bit of things I'm not happy with. Like this, I feel like it needs to be a little bit straighter right here. So now that you guys seen that process for this eye, I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate, you know, that whole shebang on this side, but I don't think I need to explain it again. I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys how I do it. So right, so the right eye is done. I try to get it as, you know, as symmetrical as possible to the left side, but if it isn't perfect, I mean, it is what it is. No one's makeup is gonna be exactly perfect, but I'm pretty satisfied with how this looks. I'm gonna bring the purple in a little bit more down here on the lash line a little bit and kind of angle it like liner, just because that's how her eyeshadow looks in the picture. Again, this is a recreation, or more of an inspired by, I guess you could say. But I'm just bringing this down onto my lid because I didn't do that earlier, and I'm going to show you guys that step. And as you guys saw, I did a lot of adjusting to the left side as well as the right side to kind of make them match, because this side didn't look exactly like this side and this side didn't look exactly like this side. So I just try to, you know, make them look as similar as possible. But this is what I have done right now. I know it looks a little bit crazy, but I wanted to wait to put the rhinestones on until after I did my foundation. That way it was just a little bit easier to put them on and they didn't get in the way. So in the photo, Alexa has more of a natural looking base, but that's not really my forte. So I'm gonna go ahead and use kind of a more full coverage base, but this part's totally up to you. I'm gonna be mixing the Maybelline Superstay foundation with the NARS Sheer Glow, and this one's in the shade Stromboli. It's a little bit too dark for me right now, so I'm gonna be mixing it with this one. All right, so I just put my hair back even more. I know it looks kind of stupid, but I don't want any type of hair in my face because I hate that. So I'm gonna put 2 pumps of this foundation. I'm just gonna put a little bit less of the Sheer Glow. Here's what it looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on. Alright, so for concealer, I'm going to be using the same concealer that I used to prime my lids, and this is the Born This Way Too Faced concealer, per usual. And I'm just going to bring this a little bit lower than I normally do because of the eyeshadow that we have on today. And yeah. Alright, so now that I have that Too Faced concealer blended out, I'm going to go ahead with my e.l.f. concealer. I'm just going to put a little bit more of that right underneath my eyes to help brighten them. And I also went back with my eyebrow concealer brush and cleaned up the lines a little bit on the inner corner with the eyeshadow and the concealer. So I'm just going to blend this out. I'm going to go ahead and set my under eyes with the Laura Mercier powder. Alright, so since the concealer kind of messed up the shape of my little under eye whatever eyeshadow on this side, I'm gonna go ahead and fix it with the little eyeshadow brush. Alright, so now that I have my whole entire face baking, and while that powder is sitting, I'm gonna go ahead and do the little gem part, which is gonna be, again, improvised completely because I rarely ever use gems. But the gems I'm gonna be using today are from Amazon, and I'll link them in the description box. But this I think was like $8, and it came with a little applicator, and I'm assuming that this is, I feel like you're supposed to pick up the little gems with this and place them, but I'm not sure. All right, so this kit comes with a bunch of different size gems, as you can see, and these are the smallest ones working up to the biggest ones this way. And just for the sake of this looking even, I'm gonna do both eyes at the same time. So once I place a gem here, I'm gonna put one here, and then, you know, work all the way out. But I'm not really gonna explain this. I'm just gonna kind of speed through this. You guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so just trying to do this right now, it's a little bit hard to dip the gem into the glue. So what I'm gonna do is make a little dot with the glue on my eye and then place the gem, and maybe that will be easier. I feel like it will be 10 times easier. So we'll see how that goes. Update, I switched to using this little pencil thing that I came with to pick up the gems because the tweezers were not working. So just a reference for time, I'm 15 minutes in and I've only placed this many. It is gonna be like a little bit of a trial and error type of thing. Just again, like I said, I've never done a look like this before and working with the gems is a little bit difficult, but I'm just gonna go from smallest gems to biggest gems. All right guys, so I'm back and I had to let my phone upload some footage so that I could have more space to finish filming, but this is what the gems look like. It was taking me a really long time. It still is taking me a really long time, but something that I learned along the way was that the best way to apply these is to brush on the eyelash glue in a line wherever you want the gems to be placed, and you know, wait till the glue is a little bit tacky like you would with your eyelashes and then put, you know, the gem on. But yeah, that's the easiest way to do it. Like I said, this little pencil thing was the best way to pick up the gems because little tweezers just were not working. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this off and I'll actually come back with them, you know, finished, because like I said, it's taking forever. But here's what it's looking like so far. I've done about half of it. I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back and all of the gems are on. This is what it looks like with everything on. It looks kind of weird without the lashes, so I'm gonna do that part, and I think I'm gonna speed through that because I don't know. This process took me a really long time. I want to say it took me like probably an hour to put all of these on, given I was moving a lot of them around and stuff because I didn't like the placement at first, but it just overall took a really long time to get these placed. And I think I'm also going to put some contacts on. Also, creating this point was a little bit hard. As you can see, mine isn't perfect, but it worked out. All right, so for lashes today, I'm going to be wearing the Lily lashes in the style. I think they're at Lily Lashes. That's what the box says, but there's a different tag on like the sticker. These don't look like this style right here, so I'm just going to assume that they're called Lily Lashes. These are really pretty. Here's what they look like. And I'm going to pop these on really quick. And alrighty, so the lashes are on and they definitely change how I look a lot. I think this makeup look just needs some base makeup and we'll be finished. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw on some bronzer, blush, and highlight. Since I do this for every video and I'm gonna be using the same products anyways, I'm gonna skip out on this because it gets kind of repetitive. Alright guys, so I have the rest of my base makeup finished, my highlighter, bronzer, blush, whatever. But now for the highlight, I'm gonna do something a little bit different. And I'm gonna take this little Lime Crime Diamond Dew glitter, and this has a little bit of like a reflex in it, but as you can see, it's like a chunk glitter and it goes on clear, but when it hits the light, it has a little sheen to it. So what I'm gonna do is take some of that product, kind of swirl my finger in that, and just put it on the high points of my highlight. And it's not supposed to be super duper noticeable, but just when it hits the light, it'll be kind of noticeable. And I feel like this is gonna look really pretty in the LED lights. And I'm just gonna put a little bit on my temples as well. Here's what that glitter looks like up close. So now that I have that on, I'm gonna do some fake freckles. And ColourPop just came out with these fake freckle pens, so I'm gonna use these today. I've never actually used them before. I'm gonna use the soft brown. And I'm kind of just putting them randomly, mostly on the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my cheeks up here. And yeah, I'm gonna pat these out, make sure they're blended out. You can't like really see them from that far, but if you get up close, it's kind of a disaster, but it's fine, to be honest. It's whatever. So to set my face, I'm going to use some of this Smashbox Photo Finish So Chill Coconut Primer Water. I know it's a primer water, but I just like to use something to kind of melt all my makeup together, and this one smells godly. So all right, so for lipstick, I think I'm gonna do a gloss, but I'm gonna go ahead and wait till I'm done doing my hair and I have my outfit on so I don't ruin all of that. But I'm gonna throw on my dress really quickly because it's the only sparkly thing I own, so I don't really just have like a top. I'm gonna wear that dress, and I'm also gonna attempt to do my hair. If it's going well, I'll show you guys what I'm doing and how I did it, but if it's giving me a hard time, I'm just gonna come back with a Slade hairstyle. I'm thinking I'm gonna do a high ponytail. We'll see. I also forgot my bottom lash mascara. Don't forget that. Alright guys, so I'm back and this is what my hair is looking like. I put on this dress from Fashion Nova and I'd get up, but it's really see-through, so I'm not gonna do that. This little choker is from, I don't even remember where, but it's just a little diamond choker. I haven't put my earrings on yet, but I also threw on some contacts. These are, I think, the ocean blue contacts from My Eye of the Day. I'll link those down below for you guys, but I don't have a link to the dress or anything like that. So I'm just gonna put my earrings on and then do a lip and we'll be done. Also, if you see my tracks, no you don't. I was kind of thinking of adding some gems to my hair just to go a little bit over the top because that's me. I'm over the top always. So we'll see right now when we put on the lip if I, you know, still want to do all that. Also, I'm aware I have some flyaways on my head, but I'll definitely fix those when I do my little TikTok video. And I'm gonna show you guys my video after I do it too. I'm excited. So I'm just gonna do my plain old regular nude that I always do, which is the NYX Nude Truffle Lip Liner, and I'll show you guys the lipstick after I'm done. All right, so now that I have that lip liner on, I'm gonna go ahead and put on my lipstick, and I'm gonna put on a really nude lipstick. This one is called Bare Bling from MAC. I know that it's not for sale anymore, but I'm really sorry. This is the lipstick that I want to use, but really any nude would go with this look. Whoa, hold up. I'm sorry, I need to blend this. I lied, I actually don't like this color, so I'm gonna go over with the NYX Lip Sway lipstick in the shade Dainty Days. And I'm satisfied with that color, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a gloss over top of that, and I'm gonna do something sparkly, why not? So I'm gonna be using the Jouer lip topper in the shade Skinny Dip. This is definitely an OG product, but I'm gonna put some of that in the center and some on the center of my top lip as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the little gem on the hair thing. I'm gonna be using some of the bigger gems because obviously they're going in my hair. I don't want to lose them, but I'm gonna do the same thing that I did with my gems on my eyes, except I'm just not gonna put as many, but I'm gonna use the same glue, which is lash glue. This is gonna be a pain to get out of my hair. I realize that now. I'm gonna do some smaller ones and I'm gonna put those a little bit more towards the hairline. All right, I'm done. I don't really know how to film. Let me know what you guys think of this look down in the description box. Not the description box, I'm sorry, the comments. I really have nothing else to do except, you know, take the rest of my TikTok. But here's what that looks like, by the way. Let's watch it.
Wanna feel something really real so that I can really feel like a person again.
Stranger.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys really enjoyed. As always, there's gonna be links in the description box. I would really appreciate you guys to check out. And other than that, there's really nothing else to say except follow my social medias. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.